Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Out here on the Garrett property for another video. Still working on getting this property set up. Find your words. I've been having to do this as I can while I'm out on FMLA taking care of kids and just when I have the extra time. I also don't live up here, so I'm having to come up here every so often whenever I can. Hopefully this coming month I'll be able to get up here and spend a good long while during the day and actually do some trimming back on the trees, make sure that my stand's still good, do all the other stuff that I've not been able to do. Right now it's just been putting out deer corn and checking game cameras, which is fun and needed, but not all of the work that's needed out here. But today, got some more deer corn to put out, got to check those game cameras again, got some more batteries and stuff with me just in case the batteries are going dead on my deer cameras, or on my game camera, sorry. And gonna see how much corn they've eaten up. It's been 10 days, 11 days since I put out deer corn last. So hopefully a good many pictures. Definitely get to see how much corn's left and if there's a whole lot been eaten. We know that they're coming through. I've also got a mineral rock or mineral block, whatever you want to call it, with me. I've never really used one of those. Kind of curious to see how it's going to work. I'm also trying to figure out where I'm going to put it so that I get some good pictures off of it. Probably put it pretty close to one of the cameras just to see how that does. So enough blah blah, time to start picking up some heavy bags of corn and setting those out. So stick with me, we'll see what we've got. All right, so back out here, there's the pile of deer corn that I've got at the camera that's a little bit further away from my ladder stand. Can hear some things moving back in the wood line. Hadn't seen anything yet, but it'd be kind of cool if I got a chance to see something. There has been a black bear that's been around. I'm not hoping to really see that right now, but it would be pretty cool to see a deer or something run out here, but we'll see. But right here's that pile. Not all of it's been eaten. A good bit has been. I'm gonna make my next pile right next to it. We'll walk down and see what the other one looks like here in just a second. But a lot less brush cover right here at this portion of the wood line. So thinking with that gravity feeder that I've got, when I've got the day that I can do it, got some more time to get some things done, I'll come out, probably chop into that a little bit, get that gravity feeder set up somewhere in between. So over here at my next camera, got that mineral block I was talking about, or bio rock, deer attractant rock. It's from mossy oak, so we'll see how it does. Like I said, I've never used one of those before. Here's the other pile. Again, decent amount's been eaten, not all of it. I'm gonna pour the next one out at a different spot from it, so we'll see how it does, but a lot thicker over in here, getting in and out. So I'm not sure, I don't see game trails coming in and out through the thick stuff right here. So I'm gonna think that they're starting to come out from where it's a little bit less heavily covered down that way and working their way down here, or potentially coming out of some thinner stuff over there. You can see my vehicle parked, but we'll see. I'm not sure which. Got my ladder stand still up over here. Probably should take it down, but we'll see how it's doing. You can kind of see it in the tree right there. Not a bad spot. Do need to trim some of those limbs back so I get some better shots if I have any deer come out. Well, I'm gonna get to pouring out this deer corn. We'll grab the SD cards, see how many pictures we've got on them, and go from there. Check you back in a minute. We've got both bags of deer corn laid out. I've got that mineral block where I'd like it. Gonna check our first game camera over here. It's the one furthest away from my ladder stand. See if we've got anything on it. Hopefully the batteries are still good. Like I said, I do have another pack of batteries in the vehicle if I do need them, and it looks like I do. It's not coming on, so hopefully we've got some pictures on here. If not, oh well, some time wasted, some scouting wasted, but we'll just have to wait and see what it is. About busted my tail. There's an apple on the ground over there. Imagine that, apple orchard, apples on the ground. But we'll check the SD card, and see just the same if there's anything on that. Hopefully both sets of batteries aren't dead. I've replaced the batteries in this one already once, so hopefully it's still good, but we will wait and see. So over here at the game camera that's closest to my ladder stand, we'll see if it cuts on or whatnot. Something with this one, I might want to start cutting it off when I come out here to put out deer corn, because I'm sure I'm going to end up with a few pictures of me on this game camera. So that's no big deal really. Yep, this one's still good. Batteries are still good on it. So I'm going to run over to the car, upload these on my computer, see how many we've got. Now granted, there's going to be some on this one from me, so the number's not going to be completely accurate. Get the batteries changed down that other game camera, and get back to the house. I'll pick y'all back up tonight when I look through those camera photos like I do with all these videos. Hopefully we've got some deer on there. There's definitely been something eating that corn. So I'm hoping we get to see some good looking deer. Check you back at the house.
Hey everyone, made it back to the house, uploaded all of those photos, and even with only having one game camera actually running because the one ran out of batteries, I ended up with 201 photos on those SD cards. Out of the 201 photos I had, 80 were of deer. So really awesome to see that. It was really kind of cool to see that I was able to get that many deer moving through the area. Sorry, I got that many pictures of deer. I didn't have that many deer moving through the area, and I'll talk about that in just a second. But I had deer corn down for about 10 days before I went and checked these game cameras and ended up with some good pictures. So very excited about that, very excited to see those pictures. With the deer moving through, it doesn't look like there's a ton of deer. I keep getting pictures of 2 does specifically, and you'll have these up on your screen. I'll edit so that I can have those pop up for you. 2 doe, and then a group of what looks like a bachelor group of bucks, and none of them are very old. They're all very young deer. One's got some decent mass, looking like it's starting on his rack, but not a whole lot of points, and not a whole lot of spread. So not any real big deer moving through the area, but deer nonetheless, and that's really cool to be able to get those deer moving through and seeing them coming to the corn and everything else. And hopefully we'll be having more and more pictures of them as we get closer to the season. So as far as the deer, we know there's not a ton of deer moving through the area, but there are deer. The other thing is times of day. When are they showing up on game camera? And right now it's very sporadic. I've got pictures from 11 o'clock at night, 1, 2, 3, 4 in the morning, and then 6 a.m., 6 p.m. Pretty much any time I've got pictures of these deer. So waiting to see if that kind of stabilizes. Not sure if it will, but really excited to have all these pictures of deer coming up. Put out some more deer corn today. Put out that mineral rock, mineral block, whatever you want to call it. So hopefully we'll be seeing deer moving more and more in the area. I got a ton of pictures also of people working in the orchard. I even got one of my cousin walking around the orchard. So I mean, we've got plenty of people moving through the area. So it's nice to see that we still got deer coming into the area. Now, the big thing is patterning the deer and actually being able to be out there hunting whenever they're coming through again. So we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll start seeing some bigger deer coming through the area as well. I got a picture of a pretty nice 8-point that was moving through the area a couple of seasons ago. I say pretty nice. It wasn't a huge spread, had 8 points on the rack. It was a decent sized deer for the small area that I'm hunting. Remember, the piece of property that I'm hunting really is not that big. I'll do a video coming up, especially closer into the season, of really digging into the Garrett property and showing you how much property is actually there. I keep referencing it's not that much property, but I haven't really given you something to see that. So I'll do a video on it coming up to show you that, you know, there's really not that much there, and to get these deer moving through really is pretty cool. So thanks for watching the video. If you like the content, give me a thumbs up. If you've got anything you want to see, any suggestions, please leave it in the comment section. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. It's free. It's very nice to see people out there wanting to see more of my content. If you want notifications the next time I upload a video, please hit the little bell icon. And until then, I'm Glenn with G1 Outdoors signing off. Hope you have a fun, safe time in the outdoors.